Hey guys! So my name is Layla Hayes, and I was sitting here getting ready to get together with a makeup client this afternoon. And I just was thinking I might as well share this with you. So before I have any clients come over, or if I go to a client to do her makeup, one of the things that I always make sure I do is clean my makeup brushes. And I have several sets, but I also make sure that they're clean before each and every person. That makes sense, right? I'm going to clean my brushes before another person because otherwise that would be gross. But here's the thing. How often are you cleaning your own personal makeup brushes? So chances are, if you're watching this, you are not also a makeup artist. So how many of you guys have one of those makeup brushes that is so dirty and you haven't cleaned it in so long that like your powder brush is like beige and it's all like flashed out like this? Okay, right here. I will admit to needing to clean my makeup brushes, my personal makeup brushes, pretty desperately. So it's extremely important, especially if you start noticing breakouts in certain areas of your face, then, hey Kelly, then there's a good chance that, along with hormones and all that jazz, that you need to clean your makeup brushes and your makeup tools, okay? So really super simple. So I do recommend every 3 to 4 months that you clean them with shampoo. You put a little bit of shampoo on the palm of your hand, you swirl your brush like this. Okay, and the shampoo, make sure you rinse it going like this under the water until no more makeup comes off of it. You may need to shampoo it again. One thing that's really important I use synthetic brushes for the most part. If you're using a natural hair brush, you are going to want to make sure that the shampoo you're using is a little bit moisturizing. You don't want to use anything it's going to strip it. And then once you're done with that, and you want to try not to get this part of the brush wet, because if you do, it can loosen the hairs. So once you're done with that, you're going to kind of squeeze the brush back into shape. And then you want to put it on your counter over your sink like this. So that otherwise, if you put it on the counter, it's going to squish it. But otherwise, you want to have it like this so that it dries properly. But it's really important that you shape it. Okay, now with powder brushes and cheek color brushes, just be warned that if you wash them right before bed, they may still be wet in the morning. So I do recommend if you wash them in the morning or in the afternoon, just so they have time to dry. Okay, hey Sarah. So that's how to wash them I would say every 3 to 4 months, unless they start getting really gross, then just wash them like that. But on a daily or weekly basis, or whenever you're going to do any dramatic color changes, the simplest thing to do is use a brush cleaner. Now, I don't recommend using like any old brush cleaner or just using alcohol or something, because that can really dry your brush out. And even if it is a synthetic brush, it just does not work that well. So I actually use a specially designed brush cleaner. I always keep forgetting where the camera is. So I use a brush cleaner on a regular basis. The one that I use is designed so that it does sanitize the brushes in between users. And it's really great if you're changing colors too. So I'm going to show you how to clean the different kinds of brushes. So this is a powder brush. One thing that's really important is to make sure you like soak the bristles enough that it gets inside. So, woo, there it is. So I'm just going to like spray this really well. Like I'm going to soak this puppy. And then I have seen some people teach to clean your brushes by like wiping it like this. No, that's going to damage the bristles. What you're wanting to do is take a clean paper towel and you're going to kind of squeeze it and maybe flip it a little bit like this. Woo. But you don't want to be like scrubbing it, because that's just going to compromise the bristles and your brushes aren't going to last that long. Hey, Natalie. So it was awesome meeting you on Saturday. So I'm just going to do that, especially because this is for a client, another client. I'm going to spray it, and I'm going to switch paper towels if I need to, but I'm basically going to do this until the paper towel comes off clean, that there's no color. Then I'm going to set it on the edge of my table so that this is the edge of my table. I'm going to set it like this so it dries like that. Okay, so, and here is a cheek color brush. And again, I'm going to do the same thing. I am going to spray this on there until it's like saturated. Okay, and I'm going to use a clean paper towel. And I like using white ones because then, hey, Rebecca, then I can be sure if they're clean. You know, like this one, I think I probably already cleaned, but you know, I'm going to be better safe than sorry. For my own personal brushes and for your own personal brushes, if you're not a makeup artist, I definitely recommend that you do this once a week. But if you're going to make a major color change, then you're going to want to go ahead and do this. But so this, there's a little bit of color on there. So I'm going to spray it again. And so this sanitizes, and then this also helps to, and I'm just like doing this and I'm squeezing it into shape. I'm not jacking with the shape or scrubbing it. Hey, Monique, like, I'm not doing that because that's not nice. So I'm gonna squeeze it, make sure it's back into shape, and then I'm gonna set it off to the side. Okay, so eye brushes. So with an eye brush, you want to be especially careful too, especially if you're looking to change colors. Like one of the reasons that I wear brown a lot or neutrals is because I'm too lazy to clean my brushes between colors. Because if you're using like, if you're using the same brush and you want to go from like, you know, these colors to like a blue, purple, you know, those kinds of things, you got to clean your brush. And I'm lazy. So anyway, most of the time, that's why you see me in neutrals. But so with these brushes, you know, they tend to have a little bit more color on them and you tend to use darker colors. So you want to really make sure that you like saturate the puppy. Okay, so making sure it gets really saturated. All right, and I'm going to make sure, that's why, again, you use the white paper towel so you can see when it's clean. Okay, so I'm just going to keep, and I'm pinching it and kind of fluffing it a little bit, but I'm not, again, please, ladies, don't do this. No, don't do that. No, your brushes don't deserve that. They don't. Hey, Connie, right, like depends on it, okay? And there's a lot of different really great brush cleaners. The one I use, I really like it because it's an enormous bottle and it's really inexpensive and it does the job. There's some other ones out there, they're pricier, but it's kind of unnecessary. It's clean now. And I'm making sure I shape it back into, and then I'm gonna like, okay, so this is my counter. It's like this, it's hanging off the edge, okay? There you go. So again, this is like really super important. Like, especially because this is a shader brush, like a smudging brush that a lot of times I use dark colors on. And so you really want to make sure, see, it's pretty dirty. So what I'm doing with this, because you know I said don't like scrub it. So what I do is I take it like this and I'm scrubbing like just in little motions, like I'm not going to town on it, but you know, seeing, I'm just checking, okay, there's still color on here. So I'm gonna, and if I am scrubbing, my scrub is in a circle because that's not gonna compromise the shape of the brush. Your brushes are your tools. If you are like struggling, how do I get that shaded look with your eyeshadow, or with your cosmetics in general, the cosmetics are important, but if you have to choose between investing in tools or investing in makeup, and upgrade your tools. Like that's the one thing, if you're working with me, that's like the most important thing, is to have the right tools. And I will do a video later on the right tools and how to use them. So this is a bigger, flatter brush. I've already cleaned it, but I'm gonna like double check it, especially since I just shoved my fingers all over it. But again, I'm kind of like, I'm pinching it and flipping a little bit, but I'm being super gentle with my brushes, because otherwise they're not going to last very long. And even though I get my brushes at a discount, I don't want to destroy them. They're nice to me, I'm going to be nice to them, right? All right, so now here's one thing, is like if you do makeup for other people, or if you're going to share brushes or anything like that, if you have a spoolie brush like this, you can't really clean it or sanitize it. So if you are doing makeup on other people, or if you're sharing your brushes, you do want to make sure you use like a disposable mascara wand or something like that as a spoolie brush instead of one of these, because mine is disgusting. Not this one, but my own personal one is gross. So this one. Okay, again, I've made sure I haven't compromised the shape of it. I'm putting it back into shape. Please don't drop it on the floor because then I have to start over. Okay, last one. This is like an angled brush. And again, with brushes, the shape is so important. So that's why you don't want to scrub it, okay? So again, spray. And this is the kind of brush I use to create like this kind of shading right here. And again, I'm just kind of going like this and wiggling it off, and I must have cleaned this one fairly recently. It's Well, maybe I started cleaning it yesterday. I don't know, but I clean it. If I can't remember if I cleaned them, I clean them again. So, hey, Eileen, how are you? Okay. So just to be sure, again, white paper towels are helpful because you can see if it's actually clean. And I'm like doing a little flippy, but I'm also making sure that with every step, I'm making sure that it's back in the shape it's supposed to be. Now, if you use a brush case, which sometimes I do, sometimes the inside can get grody like that. So what you can actually do is you can take your brush cleaner, so I'm just like this spot right here, and you can spray brush cleaner on it and take a paper towel and just wipe it off and clean it. Because, you know, you got nice clean makeup brushes and then your makeup case is disgusting, like kind of defeats the purpose of all that work you did. So I'm gonna do that. I'm cleaning it so that it all looks nice and shiny. And if when I'm storing my brushes to carry around with me, then everything is nice and clean. And like the outside of it too, this is actually pretty clean. But if the outside of it is, there's a little grody part, you just put a little brush cleaner on it and, you know, kind of work it out. But yeah, so wash your brushes with shampoo every 3 to 4 months. Earlier, if they start getting grosser, if you notice breakouts happening a little bit more often than usual, and then at least once a week, or if you're looking to change colors dramatically, then find yourself a good brush cleaner. Like I said, I have a really good brush cleaner here. I've been using it for a while. I really like it, and I like how enormous it is. So if you have any questions, if you want to hear more about brushes, if you need any advice about what's going on with your brushes, all that good stuff, let me know. And I also have a really cool group. I'm going to be doing a challenge here coming up in the next couple of weeks. Actually, I'll probably wait till after the new year, called the Wake Up and Makeup Challenge. And so if you want to participate in that, let me know, and I'll drop you an invite to my group. I'm going to be giving away over $1,000 in makeup and goodies like that. So drop me a comment. I will add you to that group. Okay, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.